Hello and welcome to another step-by-step how to tie tutorial video. This is the Trude. This is the letter T for the A to Z tying series. This is out of my Norwegian fly tying book. It's a lot of fun to work out of. Be sure to check out that A to Z fly tying series here on YouTube. This is tied on a Moonlit. This is a ML052. It's a standard wire, size 14 hook. I am using a black 14-aught thread, tail material, some golden pheasant tippet. Body material will consist of Peacock Herl. The wing is a synthetic white parapost wing. And the front hackle is a brown hen hackle. So let's go ahead and remove our sample and secure our blank hook to our vise. And like all good flies, this will begin but with a single wrap of thread. Take a couple turns securing that down. Once that's secured, let's go ahead and trim off that tag end. And we'll continue our thread wraps towards the bend. Once we're there, we can go ahead and take our tippet feather. And we're going to trim off just a small little section. And we'll line up the tips. About a hook's gap for tail length. Once that's secured, let's go ahead and run that all the way forward. Make it nice and even. And we'll take our thread wraps back to that bend of the hook, where we'll tie in our body material. I'm going to take one strand of Peacock Herl. I'm going to break it in half. I'm going to use both sections. This will give me a piece with longer fibers and a piece with shorter fibers. It'll give me a nice full-size body without going too far into it. Go ahead and break off those tips. Here we go. And take our thread forward. Alright, we'll take our Peacock Herl body, take touching wraps, working our way from the rear to the front. Nice and even. Use your left pointer finger. You can use that to hold down the material as you avoid nicking it on the tip of the hook. These wonderful moonlits are so sharp they just cut the material. Alright, let's secure this down. Couple locking wraps. And here we'll trim off the excess. And we can tie in our wing, which is, in this case, I'm using a synthetic para wing material. Calf tail could easily be used. Take a couple locking wraps, secure this down. We're going to trim this to length just inside the black tips of that tail, as it shortens up and flares out a little bit. We'll trim off the excess. And we can prepare our hackle feather. To prepare our hackle feather, I'm going to go ahead and just splay the fibers out, which will help me identify that transition point into the down section. And we'll give it the old high and tight on either side of the stem. Let's go ahead and tie this in right in front of that wing. All right, secure the tip with your hackle pliers. We can palmer this on with touching wraps working forward. We'll do our best to keep these fibers oriented in the same direction to keep them from rotating. If it breaks off, just go ahead and re-grip and start over. Because it definitely is a delicate game between tension and grip. Excellent. Once we have our hackle all the way forward, we can go ahead and secure the tip of it with a few locking wraps. Remove your hackle pliers. We'll continue securing this down with a couple more wraps. And we'll trim off that tip. We'll come in with a little bit of head cement. I'm going to use a little bit of the secret sauce, some good old Sally Hansen's. And I'm just going to add just a small little bit right onto the thread itself before I come in and give it the old 1, 2, 3 whip finish. 1, 2, 3. That'll secure that head down, and we'll trim off our tying thread nice and close. Excellent, there you go. That is the T is for Trude on a size 14 Moonlit. Thank you for watching. Happy tying, and with this one, tight lines.